Hello everyone and welcome to the latest edition of Tartarian World with me, Mr. 76. I found myself in Clevedon, which is in England, not too far from Bristol. I'm coming across this one here. It's called Averill Court. They've been turned into a bunch of flats. So I'm going to show this to you here. This is a bunch of flats. So they're taking a lot of these old Tartarian buildings and they're converting them into flats all across this town here. Still in Clevedon, and I've come across this one's called Christ Church of Cleveland.org.uk, Christ Church, whatever this is. Now, the designs here are pretty heavy. So we have all the Antiquitech antennas. These got 4 up on the top of this clock tower. You know my issue with clock towers. Slap a clock on something and you think that all it said is the clock tower, but this was a power generating building, providing electricity for everyone here. If you look at the designs and these windows, these cymatics up there, so you got these two, pretty impressive. And again, see how they're not filled with stained glass? This is what they all originally liked. They were not filled with stained glass. Stained glass came afterwards. All right, so let's look at this one here. You've got these amazing windows, and you see the stained glass in these, but that, was it too high to get stained glass installed? I don't know, let's see. You got these towers, Antiquitech. We have angel gargoyles? Some sort of angel gargoyles? That's the old school doors. We got all these cool windows here. I particularly like this one. I really see something like this, especially so low. Especially so low. This way or this way? I come over here. Let's come into the view from the back area. And you can see up here the line of the copper grounding cable that comes from the top down. And it grounds all that electricity up there straight into the ground. This one's pretty cool, very impressive as far as I'm concerned. I hope you guys feel the same way. Again, this is Christ Church, it's called. I'm not sure if it's flats or if it's an actual church. This community here, this town here has a lot of these old buildings have been converted into apartment buildings. Believe it or not, people are living there. But before I turn this one off, here I am at Clevedon again, and this one is a building that has been completely converted to apartments. That's what I mean. This whole community here seems to have taken an affinity of converting these old churches, to flats. If you look at this one here, and here's a perfect example of this long staircase down, and there's a whole world of this building existing underground. This is the big part that I want to highlight. Yeah. If this was just a church, at this ground level, if this here was the ground level, where's this entire world that's existing underneath here, and this one down there, this entire world that goes down. Yeah, so to me, that's a perfect example of ancient Tartarian mud flood building, because of how much building of this church here, which again, if this is the normal ground level, I believe that this, draw that line all the way across, is what most of these buildings look like underneath. This one shows it and highlights it. Let's see what it looks like from this far side over here. And which is going to be pretty clear as soon as we cover this corner around here. Again, how much of this is actually a massive church underground. Here we are. Yeah, so again, perfect example. Most of these buildings exist at this level here, and I always say that there's stuff underneath. You can almost see where the line is, man. There's a line drawn right there. Okay, and that's that floor. This usually is where the churches exist from this point forward. But if you look, this thing goes way down. Way down. And to me, that's a perfect example of mud flood building. Because if this wasn't changed, that would show us the ground level, and this thing would go all the way across, but it's not. It goes all the way down.